TitleMatchNetwork.com.
How were you treated the first night you worked for the WF at the house show against Booker T?
Fine, it was just a normal. There was no up or down or different. It was just total business, yeah.
Evaluate your performance on Raw against Booker T.
Absolutely horrible. The match was bad. There's several things that go along with that. I think that there's things I don't understand. I don't understand why we wrestle in Tacoma. I don't understand why you put us main event against each other. That's my opinion. I know Vince is a very smart man, so obviously there's a reason. But when you got two guys in Tacoma where WCW's never been, and you put them against each other with Atlanta the next week,
right? Okay.
I mean, I didn't understand that, but I asked a question just as, the crowd didn't want to see us. They didn't like it. They didn't want it. And then, of course, that got in our heads, and we had a horrible match, And the night before that, we had a great match. And they put Pat Patterson with our match because he does all the main events.
Right.
And which is no problem with that. But see, Pat don't know Booker's moves and my moves. So Johnny does. So Johnny should have actually had that match, and he actually tried to get it or whatever. And, just things like that I think that we were nervous and we were scared to ask questions, So
right.
we were like, I wasn't going to go say, hey, Pat, can Johnny do our match? I mean,
right.
I had respect, So I just said, whatever you guys want, man, I'll do whatever you want, Oh, the match was so bad. We were depressed and mad at each other and not mad at each other. Me and Booker talked and I said, Booker, let me tell you something. I said, we could have tore the house down and the people still would not have gotten with us. I said, they didn't want to see us, bro. I said, they just did not want to see WCW, much less two good guys. Every movie you look at, every wrestling match you look at, there's a good and a bad, So
what happened between you and Shane Helms while you guys were training for the new WCW?
Shane and me had words, and it was just back and forth and verbal joust, and then turned into me. I slapped him,
right?
And when I slapped him, he had an ice pack under his shirt. I couldn't see, and I turned around. He hit me in the back of the head and gave me, as you can see, camera here. That's 5 weeks. So it was big, clotted up and all that stuff, man. So it was, it was a bad scene. But to show you the respect I have for WWF, they asked me, they said, what happened? And I said, I fell. And they were like, what? I said, I fell down. And they were like, so we had a meeting the next day, and John Ace goes, look, we know Buff didn't fall, We don't want to know what happened.
Right.
The bottom line is we know he didn't fall. So what in the hell is going on here? I mean, come on. If you guys can't get along, same day Jindrak and Hugh had words, right. And they almost, it was really weird, And I found myself for the first time. There were cliques in WCW that were there, and I wasn't in any of them. So I was just trying to be, the middle guy and be nice to everybody, and then it still ended up being the bad guy somehow,
TitleMatchNetwork.com.